Next subject. Love. Love. I don't talk much about love for a lot of good reasons, but I'm going to start talking more about it. I don't talk about it. I don't use it in my regular vocabulary with Shambhala. We don't do love kumbayas because to me, love isn't what most humans define it or even experience it as. To me, love is human love. It's highly overrated. Love has been highly manipulated. And love is generally something that you have to give to others. And sometimes, perhaps, receive it for yourself. But it's something that pretty much is promoted as giving it to others. You don't hear too much talk about receiving love. You hear about giving love. Love has been highly, highly overused, even in the Bible and some of the other holy books. Love definitely macchioed to death by the New Age, starting in the 60s, but really going beyond that. It's been macchioed by the New Age. We're all going to love each other, and we're going to do kumbaya love, and we're all oneness, and we're going to go back to loving each other in the oneness. And to me, it's kind of a farce. It's kind of a huge misunderstanding of energy and actually what love really is. To me, love is, well, it's something that was first experienced here on earth. And people talking about God sharing his love. Now, right there, you know something's wrong, that they're identifying God as a him and sharing this love kind of like on a by request or, by appeal basis. God doling out a little bit of love here and there. God, for whatever that is, had no idea of what love was. Your soul, your I am, had no idea of what love was until humans came to this planet. Nobody said you're going to go to the planet to experience love because they had no idea what love was. They came to the planet to understand the relationship between consciousness and energy on behalf of your angelic families, who you didn't love because there was no love. So now you come to this planet, you go into this incredible, crazy search for the understanding of energy and consciousness, and what do you find? Love. Pure love. Love for another. A connection so clear, a remembrance, even in this reality, a remembrance of where you came from. With the other person, knowing you both came from a place far, far away, a long time ago. And there was that connection that then sparked this thing that had never been experienced on the planet, love. And ultimately, love became one of the angelic senses. And you continued loving, but then you found the dark side of love. Divorce attorneys. You found the brutality of love when a parent beats you and says, I'm doing this because I love you. When you come home one afternoon and find your partner in bed with somebody else, say, no, I really love you. It was just a little indiscretion on my part. And then love hurts. Love bites. And then people who've never met each other before and suddenly saying, oh, I love you. It's a word like bread or air. Well, no, I think it's using the term a little bit loosely there. I think you have to know somebody more than 10 minutes before you can love them, for the most part. So love is one of those phenomena experienced by humans on earth first, and now making its way through all of creation. There are angelic beings who come here just to experience love. Kind of like the love circus We want to go down there and see what it's like, this thing called love. And what are your songs written about? Love. Love. How many songs are written about peanut butter? Not many. They're written about love. How many songs are written about scientific discoveries? About 10. But the rest of them are all about love on the planet. I haven't talked about love, and you can tell I'm a little bit cynical. Maybe. I don't know if you can tell that, to detect it in my tone about love, just because of how it's been overused, manipulated, commercialized, misunderstood, and harmful in many ways. You've gone through a lot of experiences with love, and for most of you, the majority in the last lifetime, a lot of you just went off on your own, said, no more love. I'm done with that. No more relationships and partners. No more falling deeply in love like what you had before, where you just lose all sense of sense and self as you fell deeply in love with another. Served a purpose. You learned a lot, and you got to experience love. But then so many of you in your last lifetime went off on your own, loners, away from other people and away from love. You needed that time by yourself without the intrusion of a love relationship. Yes, I said intrusion because it can be. And then you came into this lifetime. You came into this lifetime, with all the knowingness in the world of why you were here. All the knowingness of what this lifetime was about. I mean, not details, but in terms of what you were here for realization, and then ultimately to stay as an embodied master. And along the way, so many of you trying to get back into relationships that didn't work. Many of you, working for years or decades at a relationship, and the whole family unit thing and the whole love thing, and it didn't work. And many of you are still sad today about when we talk late at night. You say, but Adamus, I just wanted a partner, a lover in this life, and I never did find one. That's really the one thing about my life that just was never satisfied, is that partner, my soulmate. And then when you say soulmate, I want to gag and throw up. And they say, oh no, I'm sorry, I meant my twin flame. And then I have that look on my face. And there is no soulmate or twin flame. So you came into this life, again, hoping to have that love, but also you came into this lifetime knowing you were going to push it away, because you didn't want anything to interfere with your realization. Love is a beautiful thing. The love I'm talking about, not the typical human love. Love is such a beautiful thing when you can openly share with another, share your body, share your deepest, most intimate thoughts, share stories about your journey, share laughter, share going to a movie or taking a long drive. When there's nothing you have to hide, when there's nothing you have to hold back, that's love. If you're in a situation where there's holding back, where there's hiding, where you have secret passageways into your psyche and into your spirit, when there's jealousy, when there's accusations and all the rest of this, that's not love. That's not love. That's a relationship, but it's not the love I'm talking about. So along the way, humans, they discovered love, and they experienced it deeply, and they experienced its dark side and its beautiful side. And now, I'm not against love at all. I'm against the improper use of the term love. Oh, love. And of course, the greatest love of all, and the most elusive of all, is loving yourself. It is time, dear Shambhara, dear masters, It is time now to love yourself in a non-Makyo way. Not in the old way of, oh, I love myself, but then you really don't. To truly love yourself. I'm going to be talking more about it and at times being very critical about what I'm going to call old style love or crappy love. I'm going to be talking about the importance right now of having loved others, but now what it's like to love yourself. And it's difficult because as far as you've come and as conscious as you are, it is still difficult right now to love yourself. And remember what I said about having a partner. True love is when there's no holding back. There's no secrets. There's no hidden chambers or corridors. There's no jealousy. It is open and trustful. That's true love. When you're not bound to each other till death do you part, that's not love. That's religion. True love is never holding on to anyone or anything. There's no need to hold on to them, to cling on to them, to strap them down, because that's not love. Love is that deep trust in yourself and in others. But now we're going to be talking more about loving yourself. Loving yourself, and that is truly one of the most difficult and challenging things of all. It's much easier to love another. It's much easier to project the love, to give the love, than to receive it, whether it's from somebody else, but mostly from yourself, mostly from you. It's time now we talk about love in a way that you might not have ever heard before. We'll be doing some special gatherings, love gatherings, but I want to bring it up right now. This is the next corner we turn, or the next point of separation, whatever you call it, loving yourself. Take a moment right now to imagine the possibility of loving yourself unconditionally. You came here to the planet not knowing a thing about love. And you discovered it and you fell in love. And then you had sex. And then you had many other relationships in love. And then love turned sour, just like milk gone bad. But through that, even then, you learned what love is not. So you could eventually be here right now, loving yourself. My kind of love that we're going to talk about is no makyo at all. And if you start doing that, your dragon's going to come up and bite you right in the love biscuit, right there. It's not going to allow this kind of sugar-coated cotton candy love. I'm talking about really loving yourself. It sounds so good, doesn't it? But yet, it's so difficult. It is so very difficult. Let's take a deep breath together right now as we go into the next step with Shambhala. And I'm going to go back to the Ascended Masters Club, tell those bastards a thing or two, that the ones who are telling how easy you have it. And I'm going to say, you know what we're working on right now, or what better said, what we're allowing right now is true love of self. Not this pansy love going out there, love the world, and even though you really don't. Loving self, and really a fulfillment of why you came to the planet, because to truly understand energy and consciousness, how they work together, is also understanding how to love yourself. Love yourself means fully accepting yourself, everything. Let's take a good deep breath with that. Delightful coffee. Okay, next on our hit parade. And I want to stay with just feeling into love for a moment. Let's just do that, self-love, and let this come through your consciousness right now. Coming to this planet to learn about consciousness and energy, but what do you find? Love for another, and you go through all the experiences of that, loving another, and good and bad, and then for a while there's kind of almost like there's none. It seems like love has gone out of your life, and then it's time right now to love yourself. There are not many on the planet right now, or who have ever been here, who have truly loved themselves. Not many. We're going to be doing this, not together, but we're going to be doing it kind of simultaneous. All right, let's take a good deep breath. As I shift gears here once again, I'd like to tell a story, a master story.
Dê sua contribuição consciente. Se chegou até aqui, inscreva-se, dê seu like, compartilhe, comente e obrigado por nos assistir.